Unleash your full potential in the next 30 days. It will happen if you do these 10 things. And the first thing, brother, is that you have to realize that no one is going to help you. This is your battle, and you have to fight it alone. Now, if you believe, there is one person that is going to help you, and that's God. But when it comes to any other person, we're looking around, we're kind of solo. It's going to be battles that you have to fight. You have to dig deep. You're going to be struggling. You're going to be going through things. Only you know how you feel. Only you know what you're fully going through. And you're going to have to fight. You can't give up. You're going to have to fight, brother. You're going to have to fight those battles. And nobody can fight those battles for you. The battle of lust, the battle of eating junk food, the battle of going to the gym or not, the battle of finance, how to build yourself up financially, all these battles that we face in life. A lot of these battles you're going to have to face alone. And as long as you know that, as long as you're aware of that and you're showing up for yourself every single day, there's no stopping you. Because when people go through a battle, they point fingers and they say, oh my God, who's going to help me? Who believed in me? Who didn't? Oh, it's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. Instead of taking accountability for their own life, and instead of calling on to God for help, they're asking people. And they dealing with their own stuff. They got their own stuff going on. And we can't worry about who believes in us or who doesn't. And we can't worry about who's there and who's not. We got to be there for us. The expectation is for us to show up. You can't put those expectations on other people. They might end up disappointing you. You got to put those expectations on yourself, and you got to believe in yourself. So that's number one. Number two is that you never wait for the perfect moment, and you work hard to create your own luck rather than waiting. There is no perfect moment, brother. You can't wait for the perfect moment, brother. The perfect moment will always be the present moment, which means that the perfect moment is right now. It's right now. There is no perfect moment. The only perfect moment is right now. The most perfect moment there is, bro, is right now. Why wouldn't you take advantage of that? Why would you waste time? Why would you not want to work towards your goals right now? You see people who fester it off, people who wait long, people who just keep waiting to make their goals happen. They don't come true. Those dreams don't come true. Those dreams stay on their pillow. But see, as purpose-driven men, we're working hard and we're not wasting time. We're taking the moment. We're taking the opportunity to win. We're not waiting for the perfect moment because we realize the present moment is the perfect moment. And we're active. We're getting at it. And the more you work hard and the more you put in that discipline, the better chances of you changing your life dramatically. Number three, you're setting boundaries. You're setting boundaries. You're not letting anybody in your life. You're not letting anybody mess up what you got going on. You're locking in, even if it takes a journey of you being alone. These next 30 days, you are focused on you. You're focused on your goals. You're focused on your purpose, and you're giving yourself your undivided attention. So you're setting those boundaries because you don't want people to take advantage of your kindness, and you don't want people to think that you're weak. You're setting those boundaries because you don't want people to think that you could be partying with them every weekend. You got to let them know that you're working hard towards your goals. You're setting those boundaries because you can't eat how they eat. You can't think how they think. You can't even walk how they walk. You can't talk how they talk. You're not focused on gossip. You tell them to stop it. You're focused on your goals. You're focused on your purpose. It's that simple, brother. So you have to set those boundaries. And once you set those boundaries and you let people know these next 30 days, you're going monk mode. These next 30 days, you're going all in. These next 30 days, you're believing in yourself. These next 30 days, you're finally putting the attention on yourself and on your purpose and on your goals. That's going to help you lock in even more. Number four, you devote at least 1 hour a day to writing and reading to increase your intelligence and your learning capacity and capabilities. At least 1 hour of watching purpose-driven men, at least 1 hour of reading a book, at least 1 hour of reading scripture and learning more about God and his story. Right? At least 1 hour of doing something that's going to elevate you as a man, doing something that's going to help you self-improve, help your brain. Reading is fundamental. It's imperative. Learning, watching TED Talks, watching videos like these that will help you grow and blossom into the man that you're supposed to become. You got to at least give an hour of that a day. Number 5, you work a second job or you're starting a business. You're doing something on the side. Money is tight nowadays. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. If you got one good job and it's paying you well, that's great. Continue to save your money. Continue to learn about financial literacy. A man that's going to unleash his full potential in the next 30 days is a man that cares about financial literacy. He's not spending his money all willy-nilly. He's saving his money up for a rainy day. He's investing his money, or he's working on a side hustle, or he's working on another job to bring in more income. And the more income you have, the more you're able to not only help yourself, but help your loved ones in a time of need. All right. Number 6, the next 30 days, you don't cheat the grind. That's number 6. You're not cheating the grind. You're not cheating yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're not cheating the grind and not looking for the easy way out. You're asking God to give you those tough battles so you can become stronger. You're asking God to give you those hard battles so you can become stronger. You're not looking for the weak battles. You're not looking for comfortability. You're looking for fulfillment. You're trying to accomplish all of your goals, and you're not looking for a shortcut. You're not cheating the grind. You're not cheating yourself. You're not cheating the process. You're being patient, which means you're showing up for yourself every single day, even if you don't see progress or results, because you know one day you will see them. You know one day you will see the progress. You know one day you will see results. See what I'm saying? And the result that you should be looking at is how many days you are consistently working on yourself. To me, that's the biggest indicator that you have changed. To me, if you can be consistent, that's the biggest indicator that you are a purpose-driven, disciplined man. To me, if you could be disciplined on a consistent basis and continue to show up for yourself, that to me means that you are not cheating the grind. You are putting in the work. You are doing your best. You are showing up for yourself. Number 7, you get rid of junk food and processed foods for 30 days, and you do your best to eat a healthy diet. There's an 80-20 rule. 80% of your food has to be natural. Chicken, steak, whatever it is. Grains. But what you don't want is you don't want it to be processed. So processed, and the main processed stuff, we're talking about snacks. We're talking about junk food. We're talking about candy. We're talking about chocolate, unless it's dark chocolate, right? You want to put a lot of those things away. You want to put all the sugary things away. You want to know what your life looks like when you take your health serious. I want to know what your life looks like when you take your health serious. So gluttony is a sin. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. Gluttony. To be gluttonous, you're just so into the lust of food. You got to get rid of that. And the more that you can eat healthy food, the more that you will continue to fulfill your purpose more and be a healthy human being. Feel good, feel energized and recharged, so you could be able to wake up early and go to the gym, and you could be able to take care of yourself. And it's better to eat healthy now and spend money on healthy food instead of just spending money on hospital bills down the line. So you got to pick the type of pain that you want. You see what I'm saying? Number 8, you have the wisdom not to compare yourself to others, but to believe in yourself. It's all about believing in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You know, for me, I believe in God, but then I believe in myself. I believe in the capabilities that He's given me. I believe in being a purpose-driven man. I believe in working hard every single day. I believe in being diligent. I believe in showing up for myself. I believe that I can trust myself. I believe in me. If nobody else believes in me, I believe in me. I gotta believe in me because I don't know if other people are gonna believe in me forever. Some people may believe in you today and they won't tomorrow. Some people will love you today and they can hate you tomorrow. So you gotta love yourself and you gotta believe in yourself and you gotta trust yourself, because at the end of the day, you all you got. So you gotta take care of that. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of who you are. You got to pour into yourself. You got to treat yourself with grace, with love, respect, and kindness. If you love yourself, you're going to go to that gym. If you love yourself, you're going to work out. If you love yourself, you're going to try to unleash your full potential these next 30 days. If you love yourself, you're going to be the best man that you could possibly be. If you love yourself, then you're going to watch purpose-driven men. You're going to watch somebody that wants to see you do great so you can do great within your own life. If you love yourself. So you got to love yourself. Again, number 8, you're not comparing yourself to nobody. You only compare yourself to who you were the day before. And then you believe in yourself, you love yourself, and you trust yourself. All right. Number 9. Number 9 is you'll stay out of other people's business and concentrate on your own. Something that we got to realize, bro, is there's always going to be gossip. There's always going to be a new trend. There's always going to be something new. The news will always keep going. There's always going to be a news cycle. Always something, 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 something. We got to focus on us. These next 30 days, please focus on you. You're making a vow to focus on you for the next 30 days. In the comment sections, can we put it in the comment, focusing on me? Focusing on me. Focusing on me. Focusing on me. Why? Because when you focus on you, now you get to see your flaws, your ups, your downs, things that you got to work on, things that you can get better at, and things that you're already good at. And remember, when you're taking care of yourself, you're better equipped to take care of others. So I'm not telling you guys to neglect what's going on in the world. And I'm not telling you guys to neglect your family or your friends. No, what I am telling you, though, is to put your attention on you. And when you take care of yourself for the day, when you've done everything that you needed to do for yourself, then you can help others. Then you can inspire others. Then you can be there for others. But if you're trying to be there for others and you're never there for yourself, then remember, nothing gets done. Nothing really gets done. If you want to get things done, get the things done that you need to get for yourself. And then you can make sure that you're taking care of other people. Here's an example of that. Taking care of myself, I check in on my brother or my mom, let them know I love them. I'm making sure I'm responding to their messages. That's part of my personal routine. So you can add people into your personal routine, right? You can still do that, but you're still making sure that you put in you first, right? Number 10, never take advice from people who have never been where you want to be, because you are the master of your own life. That's why every time I make a video, I make sure that I'm actually doing the things that I'm speaking about. If I tell you to go to the gym, I got to make sure that I'm working out. If I'm telling you guys to wake up early, I got to make sure I'm waking up early. One thing I don't like is a liar. One thing I don't like is a manipulator. One thing I don't like is people who take advantage of other people. I'm being honest, authentic. I'm being real. I'm doing my best to be as genuine as I possibly can. Because I'm telling you, bro, at the end of the day, we're the masters of our own reality. Whatever life we want to live, we able to live, as long as you're not hurting nobody. And as long as it's according to God's purpose. You are able to live the life that you want. You are in control of your own life. And it is not a good thing, bro. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing when you're not a man of your words. It's not a good thing when you listening to people and you taking advice from people who are not keeping that same advice. It's not a good thing to ask somebody who doesn't make $1 million a year how to make $1 million a year. That's not really smart. You want to connect with people who've been there. Why would you ask somebody who's not in the gym how to be fit? I see personal trainers, they don't actually take the advice that they give out. And it's like, how can I trust you to get me to where I want to go? You're a personal trainer and you don't look the part. Something's wrong here. See, you got to be about it. You got to take advice from people who have done it. I'm going to take advice from people who have done it. The millionaires I've spoken to, very few, but the ones that I've been able to speak to, they take risks. I'm a risk taker. Being on camera is a risk. Videos that are up on YouTube forever, got to make sure I'm saying the right things. That's a risk. But there's a reward. The reward is I get to inspire people. I get to help people. I'll take that reward all day long. The reward is I get to help people win. I'll take that all day long. All day long. In life is a risk. Waking up, getting out of bed, you might slip. That's a risk. You might stub your toe. Driving is a risk. Flying in the air is a risk. Everything is a risk. So don't let that stop you. You know, these next 30 days might be the riskiest thing that you ever did, because you're going all in. And you're hoping to see results after this. You're hoping that this video work. You're hoping that you do these 10 things that I said, that you're going to be a better version of yourself. Don't hope, just do. And I promise you, you'll see the results that you're looking for. Remember, the results that we're looking for, did you actually do what you needed to do for 30 days straight? You see what I'm saying? Did you actually do what you needed to do for 30 days straight? If you did, then you are a purpose-driven man. It doesn't matter if your muscles grew or not. At least you were in the gym and you worked on your muscles. It will grow eventually. Add on another 30 days and then see what happens. That's the point. You're not just going to unleash your full potential for 30 days. You got to continue unleashing your full potential. All right? I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We are purpose-driven men, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. The mind could be a dangerous thing. You got to take control of it. You know, there's two things that it can do. It can push you forward towards your goals, or it can make excuses for you to stay the same. And you got to understand that the mind just wants to look out for you. So it's going to chase comfort. It's not going to understand that you made a deal with yourself to be the best version of yourself. The mind doesn't care. The mind is going to psych you out of the goals that you have. It's going to psych you out of the dreams that you have. It's going to psych you out of becoming that number one man that you know you can be. It's going to psych you out of being purpose driven. Why? Because it's tough. Because it's hard. We know that hard things will make us better. We know that those are the difficult moments that are going to make us top tier. We know that. We know that we got to go through the fire in order to become a diamond. We got to go through the pressures of life in order to become a diamond. We know we got to go through the grind in order to shine. We know that, but the mind does not care. The mind cares about comfort. The mind cares about looking out for you in the worst ways. Oh, you could watch that video that you don't want to watch. Oh, you could eat that food that you know you're not supposed to eat. It's just one candy bar. It's just one day of not working out. You can work out tomorrow. I'm a victim. You're a victim. We're all victims of the mind trying to enslave us and keep us the same. It's important that we remind ourselves that, hey, I'm in charge here, not the mind. Right? I'm in charge. Not the BITCH voice trying to come in charge. No, we're in charge. The purpose-driven mindset is in charge. And that's what you got to let overtake that. It's no excuses. We can make excuses all day. And once you start making one excuse, then other excuses start to find its way. And that's what I'm scared of. Some of you guys got valid excuses. Some of you guys should take days off. Some of you guys are dealing with family members. Some of you guys are dealing with difficult times, tough times. Some of you guys are dealing with financial issues. Some of y'all should take a day or two off, but you can't. And the reason why you can't is because once you take one day off, then you start to take another. Then you start to take another. So it's better that you just show up, even if you got to do a little bit less. Because you're going through a tough, difficult time. You're really going through the fire. Even if you could only work out for 30 minutes instead of an hour, do that. Even if you could only do half of what you were supposed to do, I'd rather you do that than to make an excuse and to not show up. We have to show up for ourselves because remember, nobody's going to show up for us. So it's quick that we can make excuses. You know, we make excuses quick, fast, and in a hurry. But where's that going to get us? That's going to keep us the exact same. But we got goals to evolve. We got goals to be better. And that's what being purpose-driven really is all about. See, people quit because they started to make excuses. You don't just quit overnight. People don't just quit overnight. You know, people quit because they started to make that one excuse. I don't got to work out. And then it started being from you don't got to work out today to I don't got to work out ever again. And that one excuse becomes you quitting. You quitting on yourself. You quitting on life. You quitting on being purpose driven. I know you're better than that, but you got to believe that you're better than that. You got to push through. You got to dig deep. And I know that you won't regret it. You won't regret digging deep. You won't regret going for more. You won't regret staying hungry. Some of y'all don't want to stay hungry. It's just like food. It's the same thing. Some of y'all can't go 5 hours without eating. Some of y'all can't go 6, 7 hours without eating. But we have to practice that. We got to stay hungry sometimes. We got to stay hungry to win. We got to stay hungry for success. We got to stay hungry. You see, we love comfort too much. We love what's easy. But we got to learn to love what's hard, because once we learn to love what's hard, that's when we become harder. That's when we become tougher. That's when we begin to have grit. That's when we begin to show people, yeah, we not playing around. Yeah, we going after our goals. Yeah, we going after our dreams. And then, you start to have conversations where they're like, man, ain't you going through this? Or ain't you going through that? And you still making no excuses. There's no excuses. And what helps you make no excuses is keeping the faith. Keeping the faith and understanding that things will work out. Keeping the faith and understanding that things will get better. Keeping the faith and understanding that this is all part of the process. Keeping the faith and understanding that if you do quit, if you do make an excuse, where's that going to lead you? Where do excuses really lead us? Like I said, we can make excuses all day long. I got an excuse for everything. And you know how it be. Those excuses be sounding so good, bro. Those excuses that we put in our head, those excuses be sounding so good. Don't it? It be sounding so good. It's like, well, you worked out so hard yesterday. You deserve a break today. It's like, hold on, slow down. All these excuses we making, all these excuses, let's slow down a bit. All these excuses we making, let's slow down a bit. Instead of excuses, it's about execution. That's what it's about. Instead of excuses, it's about execution. Instead of distractions, it's about action. You see, you don't want to execute. You don't want to go the extra mile. You don't want to wake up early. You don't want to put in the work. You got to put in the work, because the excuses is going to come regardless. You know how the mind works. You can't listen to the mind. You got to keep going. You got to believe in yourself. I remember there was an interview with Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant said, I made a contract with myself in the beginning of the summer that all summer I'm going to work hard. I'm not going to make any excuses, because the contract was already signed. The deal, I was already signed. The contract was with myself. I promised myself that I was going to go hard. So that's exactly what I got to do. Kobe Bryant said, I promised myself that I got to go hard. So that's exactly what I got to do. Do y'all really hear me right now? We have to make a contract with ourselves. If it's no excuses, bro, then it's no excuses. If we going hard, bro, then we going hard. If we showing up for ourselves, bro, then we showing up for ourselves. That's really all that matters. No excuses, man. Remember, it's so easy to make excuses. We can make excuses all day long. We can make excuses all day long, but we got to sign contracts with ourselves, man, and say, you know what? This is what I want out of myself. This is what I'm going to start doing the next 10, 20, 30 days. I made a contract. I'm going to fulfill it. Are we going to fulfill what we said we're going to do, or are we going to make excuses? It's up to us the type of man we want to be. Do we want to be a man of our word, or do we want to be just a man of the moment? Just a man of our feelings, just a man of our emotions. Oh, I'm a man of my emotions. I don't feel like doing it today. What does feeling have to do about it? I was watching the movie Dune last night. It's a fire movie. I'm about an hour in, and inside the movie, he has to practice, his fighting moves and stuff like that, because, he's a prince. He about to be the next heir. So he got to start practicing. He got to learn how to fight so he can continue the family legacy. You see what I'm saying? So he's practicing how to fight and he's tired. He's like, man, I just don't feel like it. And his trainer was like, dog, you just don't feel like it. Like, what do you mean you just don't feel like it? You need to learn how to fight no matter how you feel, no matter your mood, because you never know when something can attack you. You never know when someone might attack you. Yo. So what I'm trying to say is, bro, if you make excuses, man, that day you made that excuse, that could have really been the day you reached level 2. That could have really been the day you needed to show up for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can't make excuses, bro. It's not about how we feel. It's not about our mood. It's about consistency. It's about discipline. Like I said, I'm watching the movie Doom, bro. They're practicing, they're fighting. He's like, bro, I don't care how you feel. You got to practice. This is bigger than you. This is about your legacy. This is about family. This is about what you're here to protect. This is about, you know, the role that you play. People are depending on you, you know? People are depending on you to be great. People are depending on you to learn how to fight. You talking about you don't want to fight. So you got people depending on you in your life, bro. You got people who's depending on you to become great. You got people who's depending on you to be the best version of yourself. And you talking about you don't want to show up today. You don't want to put the work in today. You don't feel like it today. Well, boo-hoo. I've been going through it too. I'm not making no excuses. I've been sick for the past couple days. I don't know if y'all can hear it in the videos. I'm still showing up. I feel better today, but I pushed through. I push through because I know there's people that depend on my videos. There's people that need my videos. I know that a video could change somebody's life. This is my purpose. This is what I love to do. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to take care of myself. But if I could show up for myself, then I'm going to show up for myself. If I could show up for others, then I'm going to show up for others. If I could put the work in, then I'm going to put the work in. We're so quick to make excuses. We're so quick to want to get out of the work. We're so quick to not want to show up for ourselves. I'm wondering who's going to show up for us instead, bro. Who's going to show up for us instead? Like right now, bro, the wind is crazy. But I got a video to make. I don't care. It's no excuses. It's no excuses. We live this. We eat this. We breathe this. Because if I make an excuse, then something's not going to get done. That's something else that's going to pile up. That's another point that I got to give procrastination. Procrastination don't want to see us win. Procrastination don't want to see us win. Procrastination don't want us to be about action. That's another point I'm going to have to give to procrastination. Mr. Procrastination is just beating our behinds, ain't he? Mr. Procrastination is just whipping our behinds. It's so easy to procrastinate. It's so easy to make excuses. Why do we love to do what's easy? Why we can't do what's hard? Why we can't do what we know is going to give us the best results? Why we can't do what we know we need to do in order to get to the next level? Why we can't show up for ourselves? Why we can't show up for our dreams? Why we can't show up for our goals? Because we don't feel like it. As purpose-driven men, there's a couple things that we should care about. Seriously significant moments. So we're talking about something serious happening, whether it's a death in the family. We're talking about health. We got to make sure our health is okay. We could take time off for that. I don't know much else. Y'all better show up, man. What's the excuses, bro? You know, I'm sure that we all been through a lot. I'm sure that we all been through things. I think what men forget to do is when you go through those difficult times, you ain't just going through it for no reason. Know that God is putting you through those difficult times. Life is putting you through those difficult times for a legit reason. And those reasons are so you can learn lessons in life, so you can evolve as a man, so you can become better, so you can become more wise. You got to learn from those difficulties. You got to learn from those challenges. You got to learn from those ups and downs. It ain't happening for no reason. God put it in your life so you can learn something from it and you can gain something from it. There's always a lesson to be learned. There's always a silver lining. Something negative happens to you, there's a silver lining. Something positive happens to you, there's a silver lining. I'm never done learning. I never feel like I'm a finished product. I never feel like I'm a know-it-all. Nah, I'm here to learn just as much as the next guy. And the fact that I'm willing to learn, God is going to put those opportunities for me to learn in my life. You see what I'm saying? Asking it is given. So if I'm asking for wisdom, I'm gonna seek that knowledge and wisdom, and then I'm gonna gain it. And for me, that's important. And what I want to share with you guys is never act like you know it all. Never feel like you know it all. Never feel like you're a finished product. You got to keep learning. You got to keep evolving. You got to keep becoming 1% better each day. And so you can learn from people, man. Remember, you got 2 ears and you got 1 mouth, which means that you got to listen more than you talk. You got to listen and learn more than you speak.